reviewing my new EP about to drop. A Lost Soul in Search of Love. It's called A Lost Soul in Search of Love. It's crazy. What's going on? What's going on? I'm going to preview a song for you guys. Some people in here first. We're going to preview some songs. So my EP is officially dropping. For those who don't know, I sing on top of doing my whole social media thing. So one of my guys asked me, he was like, "Yo, won't you drop a full project?" I said, "I really don't want to do it." So he told me you should do it. I said, "You know what? Double down on it." I created this project. It's called The Lost Soul in Search of Love. That's the cover art for it. That's the cover art. What do you think about it? What do you think about the cover art? The Lost Soul in Search of Love. That's the EP. I'm saying. What do you think about the cover art? I'm sure I get. What do you think about the cover art? I appreciate that, Ralph. I'm gonna let you tune into a couple records. I'm gonna let you hear some of the EP. Let's go with a turn up. If you like it, let me hear the comments. I want to know what y'all think about this. It's full of differences. Differences. Let's go. Uh, Change comes with growing, but life on control. This I've been already knowing. Opposites attracting migrants. It's a world full of savages. Hoes don't know what average is. Without restricting, savages became power. That's a major difference. I'm not like boss. Sleep with one eye closed, cause I almost lost my soul. Oh, something different. It's everything. Residue of evidence. A different language check my image. Ooh, I'm singing, believe it's for you gonna see the only person in my way is me. Pardon me that gets you myself. Respect thing. It's the difference is that love stand out. I can look for a hand for me. Oh, from boys to men, every time different. Say the player, did the money strong. I stand out. See, this is how we take it out. Cause I make the chooses, I don't have time to worry about. Oh, they say they hear you, boy. Oh, they listen. Message they was missing me. When over there, and basically I came back a lot different. You and I are a lot different. You overlooked my accomplishments, so I feel nice. Look at me when I talk to you. I did this all by myself. I made it on the trees. I made it felt this. But look how I came back and upgraded. Everything stand out. But I bet they are not now. See and believe it, so you gon' see the only person in my place. All these things I need self respectfully. It's the difference that love stand out. But don't be going for me, no, I can't stand out. Oh, boy, it's all land down. Every time you shame for playing out. I hurt someone. Stand on the different seasons and how we played them. Was I made the shoes was out the outside place, man. Record is called Differences, man. Differences. What y'all thought about that? Who heard it? Who heard the record? Who heard the record? Anybody heard it? You be having some weird people jumping in the comments, man. I swear, social media got some weird people. Very weird people. They be at home bored, talking crazy. Anybody heard the record? That record was called Differences. Differences. What y'all think about it? Anybody in the comments? Anybody on the love? We'll jump into the next record. It's called Love at First Sight. So, telling me he's falling. Love at first sight. Then when sex from day one we met, I know our love, all your stuff inside my mind. Love unchained, control time, first everywhere. Let me say my heart chosen. First glance took me if things are wrong. I was right, but your beauty too perfect. With me a bright star tonight. Didn't believe before. Uh, Now I believe love at first sight. Love at first sight. This is what it's crazy. You see, be having the weirdos in the comments talking crazy. They be weird. They want a 40-year-old man to talk about doing dumb stuff. That's not my character. Pass that stage. This is what I will be at. Presence is love. Say love at first. Why do I feel this way? From you, I'll never walk away. Everything about us brightest star above reflects our love. Yeah, you're special, blessed. I met you. Let's take a walk, top deep together. Strong woman, soft soul. I can't stop staring. Nothing sexier than faith, God fearing. Woman, first sight, you got me. If this is wrong, I don't wanna be right. If this is wrong, I don't wanna be right. Uh, if this is wrong, I don't wanna be right. Love at first sight. Love at first sight. It's his next record called Dream About It. Let's go. Dream About It. I feel about the music so far. I feel about the music so far. Uh, uh, Oh, oh, oh. If I'm asleep, allow me to dream. Things aren't meant for the eyes to see. Don't wake me up, just let me rest. I've been blessed. Carry this weight on my chest. More than the middle of winter. Heart on a splitter. Praying, but I still feel bigger. Dreaming about what would be. Trying to turn pain into sanity. Don't wake me up from this shadows that move when I'm still losing my veins that I feel. Trying to build hope with these hands of mine. Broken plans, but I'm still on the ground. Wait, what I see me. You know what I dream me. Asking you to come and this dream will be. Right now, to rise up, slow, turning about it. I've got to see when this face around. It's like see behind you. So turn away, touch down. Oh, get out of here. Oh, got something. So don't wake me up. Just let me dream about. I lost cause by myself with actions, faded distractions. Old scars hitting me blue refractions. Let me dream. I dream. Can you hear those symbols speaking? Sideways got me leaning. Praying for love that I'm seeking. When I wake up, I still face up. So hard, living in a world so rough. Not knowing who I can't move, but I still stay true. Nightmares still got me scared. Sleep. Wolves that run far, these loose candy. Loose words might drag my hope to the brink, but I won't let those you see. My life ain't what it seems. You know what I dream of me. Asking you to come share this dream with me. I know you're proud, but I'm turning down. But do you really know about it? I start to see when this fades away. Oh, it's all we sing about you. Don't turn the wings up, shout it. Hold on, get out of this. Open the sky, no doubt. So don't wake me up, just let me dream about it. Can y'all hear the records clear? Can y'all hear them really good? I know YouTube sometimes be like acting weird. Anyway, my EP is coming out. It's called "A Lost Soul in Search of Love." That's the cover art for the EP that's coming out. A lost soul in search of love. A lost soul in search of love. You know, I wanted to give some love tracks first. I got some bangers, but I was like, let me go here first. I did a few records. I said, you know what? Let's drop something. That was mad weird. These people be so weird on He thought he said something hilarious too. Oh my God, that was so funny. I think some people be miserable online, guys. I be feeling bad for people. And it be men. That's the scary part. Like I would never go online, look on somebody's page to comment something on their page. I would just never. Like to me, I think that's super sassy. Like if y'all agree with me, tap that screen to write a comment. I think it's sassy to like you're so offended. Whatever, what's going on? That you feel the need to go on somebody's page and talk crazy. Like I've never been that type of person. I think it's weird to me. Let's get into this next one. It's called Miracle Workshops. Oh, 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 in the mirror, inside, but I had to see 'cause now I'm facing now. Rather from basics, turn my hate into crazy. Searching my reflection, I'm learning to face it. Yeah. Take a look in the mirror, see the storming in the clearing. In the silence, I'm still hearing every word my heart feel was steering. Take a look, spirit, all the songs you hear, yeah. Shadows on the wall were near, but the light in you was sincere. Open rose and make it black, black when the money in. Call the style down. I was throwing all these shots, trying not to come apart. It's a confession, heart deep, midnight reflection. Who knows? Under attention, so for healing the lesson in the mirror, 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 in the time wasted. But I had to, cause I couldn't replace so oh now as a president for six turn my take it great reflection I'm learning to face it. Mirror I once would avoid kept my smile inside the void. Every lie I once employed took the space I filled with joy. Only all my flaws, tracing back the hidden. Cause it's me wrong. Turns the ink that rewrites laws. Every tooth I try to hide. Things like dudes, no deep inside. Trembling hands, but open eyes. Now my reflection is I can't stop this in a shape. Stay. Finding grace in grace. What was cold on my face? Nothing like that. Finally, I'm breaking my quiet confession. Heartbeat, midnight reflection. Who knows? We know attention. So for healing us in the time. I just cause I can replace from basics and crazy searching by reflection. I'm learning facing. So this the EP I got coming out real soon. It's called A Lost Soul in Search of Love. I said, you know what? I started recording, been working with a lot of major artists. So I said, you know what, let me just put up some content and drop some records. You know, I want y'all to hear these lyrics. These lyrics right here, I'm about to say, I'll let y'all hear. is very deep, right? And the reason why it's deep is because I think one of the major issues in society today is fatherless homes. A lot of fatherless homes are creating major problems with a lot of children, and these children become adults who have major problems. This record is called The Fatherless Child. I want y'all to honestly tell me what y'all think about that. Listen to the lyrics good, guys. Ooh, 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 oh, ooh, oh, a man learns hard when a man's not present. His abilities lessons. Trying to prove his masculinity becomes an obsession. Left out high and proud, a child the father left behind. Not looking for his child like he was blind. Where did you go? What are they supposed to do? A no problem, no show, but on their own. The child pain, a heart to heart never came. Alone forcing a young man to pretend he's so yeah. The child he forgot about. It's clear he only cared about himself. I was telling about the man. I could not walk away from that child like you. Father love, boy, girl, take us around the world. Why do you think so? Walk without no cool world. Being that speaks to her well. Really from lost for the fatherless child. But is where the war starts. God was the father to a broken child who's running wild and can't explain to anyone how it feels inside. Never feel love. Who can they trust with the pain that comes out of anger? Cause they don't know how to discuss what's going on inside. Not being something they have learned to hide and blame themselves as the reason why they don't care about them. Don't think about them. Without and why was it so easy to live without them? A son to space for validation. A daughter of the man so I was placing to make it excuse for the ghost they was chasing. I'm just telling about the man who never knew. Man, the man, I can never walk away from my child like you. Boy, take around the world. Why do you think so? Really back up, boys, without a man, no cool world. Being cooking down, ground for attention. And man, that speaks to her well. Then our children become lost. Oh, the fatherless child is where the war starts. So I think about that record. It's called The Fatherless Child. When I wrote that record and composed that record, I was like, damn, like I sit down and see why so many men are emotional and so many women are broken It's a major dilemma, and you can see it. Abandonment issues, traumas, these things are real issues that are in society today. And a lot of people have some major, major issues. And sometimes people don't fight the right fight. They fight against each other, not realizing the fight is to get yourself help, to get yourself healed, work on yourself. But people don't want to do that. They just blame each other. It's scary out here right now. You know, this record is called Time Slipped Away. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Who loves faith? I respect that. I can respect that. When the heart's been neglected, pedal to the floor and let it burn. It's fire. It's hard as thunder. Something like a runaway. There's gotta be a better way. 'Cause I will never wait. I wasn't ready. I was ready. But time slipped away. I will say it. So when this love chain that was here, you want to be set free, free. One get the cold shoulder, I can't get over. True love don't die, it only gets older. Till people replay on you were basically. It's time to get away from me. You wanna stay with me, never stay with me. Time to get away. People get up and away from me. Time to get away from me. From me. Cause I forgot the love, the only person that I truly love. That is I be knowing, knowing my heart I was holding that. But time waits for no one. That things change when love fell to scale. Got secrets from the cloud, this time will tell. Yeah, we had to meet a problem, but I made a problem, and you dissolved it. I was for you, I like waiting. I'm going since I would get away, but I can't stay away. Time you were able to wait, no, you were facing me. It's time slipped away from me. You wanna stay with me, and never stay with me. It's time slipped away from me. You were able to get away from me. It's time slipped from me. For me, from me. I zone into my music. When I listen to it, I go crazy. I listen to all of it, the words, everything. Yeah, one more. You can chop it up a little bit after. Risk it all for me. Oh, Lord. Yeah. What would you finish it all for? Even more. Cause money only show you who you truly are. Growing you a life, but I'm harder like the nights. I like losing every time. If I fall, would you stay with me? I lost, would you pray for me? Or would you leave it there for me? All I'm asking is for you to keep it real. Even like most will, or would you stay real? Would you take the risk? I'm asking this. Cause a lot of people think for this, but I'm worth it if you can't see. Most would agree if you like take chances. Snooze, would you risk it all for me? Vacations, exclusive package on the go. I will risk, but I will risk take. So would you risk it all for me? I heard it go. Would you say less for more? Or would you risk it all? I'm asking, would you share with me? Do you care for me? This is the feeling that you're ready to me. Yeah, like it's about taking chances. Would you take a chance? I'm asking a question, cause I wanna know the answer. Childish game that's been a bottle. Cause I know a lot, so you're taking a care on me. You're playing a lot, but you know I'm a pretty daddy out of spinning and moves that cycle. We don't really, but I'm worthy if you can't see. Most would agree if you like taking chances. Would you risk it all? Vacations, expensive packs, designer clothes. Oh, risk take. What are you a risk take? So risk it all. What do you think about that record? Who's on my live? What do y'all think about that record? Anybody? I want one question. Can y'all hear the records all the way clear? Like, can you hear with the beat and everything? Can you hear it? I know sometimes people say they can't hear the songs. I know YouTube be blocking songs sometimes. Can you hear it? Can somebody answer that question real quick? Can y'all hear the songs? I just want to make sure. I appreciate you. But can you hear the music though? I'm questioning. Can somebody please answer that? I'm just curious. What's going on? Oh, so weak man chase approval is what they need. The blind leading the blind. That's what they used to. A real man is more worried about building than controlling your feelings. We don't put women over our children, family before sex. We focus on purpose and that's building ourselves. Focus on doing our best. We focused on wealth. Hearts get down. People will only help you when you don't need them. Ooh, what is a man? We'll stick to the play. Little boys will understand. On 10 toes, I stand. I'm raising my hand. But I'm gonna tell you what you find. The man is always focused on proud of you. Be the first to the battle and the last to leave the field. We keep on we control our emotions about how we feel. Up without a protector, we already know the deal. But this is what we find. Man, that's real. A man don't treat us queen like a servant. We make it work it with honesty on the surface. We use our common sense and lead with our logical sense. We move militant. That's how we establish our dominance. Once a man moved to know we have some control. Boys are too emotional. He is insecure. His actions are pure. His flaws, cause he knows when to lean on 10 toes. I stand, I'm raising my hand, but I'm gonna tell you what defines the man. It's always focused on trying to build. We the first to the battle, we're the last to leave the field. We kill and control our emotions and how we feel. A provider, a protector. We already know the deal. But this is what we find. Oh man, that's so real. Monster, burger is nasty. Oh, well, let's go. Shades comes and going, my life I'm controlling. But this I didn't already know. Opposites and exit my ears. It's like, what up? A world full of savages. Homes don't know whatever G. Oh, savage living. Selling just became firework. That's a major difference. I'm not like more. See you the one I want, cause I almost lost my soul. Oh, something different. Residual evidence. Friends check my image. Ooh, see it and believe it. So you gonna see the only person I will be. But let me excuse myself. Respectfully. It's the difference is that love stay back. I ain't look for a hater for me. Oh, from boy to man now. Every time different say the plan up. Did the worst stuff. I'm saying now. This is how we came out. Was I Chooses out of that time to break down. Uh, uh, They say they hear you, boy. All they listen. Message they was missing me. Went over there and basically I came back a lot different. You were not all a lot different. You overlooked my accomplishments, so I had to relax. Look at me when I talk to you. I did this all by myself. I made it in the trees. I just made it felt this. But look how I came back and upgraded. And that trees they stand out. Stand out. But I bet they understand now. See me, so you don't see the only person in my place. Only thing I need is yourself. Respectfully, it's the difference is that love is fair. I'm looking for a hand. I'm looking for to make it all. Hand. Oh, boy, boy, man. Every time I change, I get the words to understand. So baby, was I made of shoes out of time place. What's your goal though? But what's your goal though? Like the goal is to what? You trying to build wealth? The goal is what? What is your goal? Like I'm reading what you're saying, but what is your goal? And also, how old are you? I'm talking to Easy Sniper. Congratulations at 27 for having 50,000 at 27. That's a major accomplishment. So we're not gonna brush that over as if that's nothing. That's a major accomplishment for a 27-year-old person. Secondly, I would say you got to put your money into markets that actually accommodate you and that compliment you. For instance, Jersey, you might feel like you're weak financially, but if I can show you other markets, like let's say Ohio, you could say things like Philly. These markets, you are more of a cash cow than you are there. So again, it's not that you might be over leveraged in Jersey, but don't mean you over leveraged in these other economies that you can go to and be a cash cow. So the whole goal is a 4 bedroom house is a 4 bedroom house, but it's about what you're paying for, or 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom, whatever you want to do. Only buy multifamilies automatically. But anyway, you go to markets where you can actually make your money make sense more for you because there are areas that is cheaper entry and your money goes so much further than major cities. Of course, if you're trying to get rich in Jersey, it's harder because of the amount of money you have to put out. 3.5% on 100,000, or let's say 20%, because if you go anywhere investment wise, 20% of 100,000, usually what they ask for 20 to 25% on 100,000, you're talking about $20,000, 25,000 plus closing. So what I'm saying, so you can get a property in different states, opposed to Jersey. Jersey probably entry is like 500,000, 400,000. So you're talking a whole nother monster. So you see what I'm saying? So go to markets that actually make more sense for you. I'm saying just start looking into different markets is where you could leverage yourself in those markets and actually buy things, hold things, rent things, and get cash flow. The whole goal is cash flow. Freedom is with cash flow. That's what freedom is. Freedom is 100% cash flow. Anybody got any questions? Oh, anybody got any questions? Damn. Disrespectful and ungrateful. You're the definition of spiteful. But I accepted it. So who's that boy? Time it allows for sugar looks just like snow. Come on. You can DM me on Instagram for more details. Hit me on Instagram, QTheBoss516, QDABOSS516. Tell me this is easy sniper when you DM me. It was taken out of context. And it become a contest. Let's stop off progress. But the best thing about me and 50, we both rich. Boy, I bet you broke, Tampa. I bet you broke as hell. We both rich though. The permission I gave you. He thought he was saying something funny. I'm gonna leave you on. That's the men that's created because they don't have fathers. These guys jump online and go talk to men like females talk to men. They like little girls. That's why they broke. Because they have very feminine energy. A lot of estrogen is seeping through these men. And these guys, these are the men that's gonna lead our daughters and lead women. This is the problem. They sick. I feel sorry for them. They like little girls. He think he said something. He sat there and typed in, "You look like a sad version of 50 cents, and you look like 22 cents. Like, go change your pamper, punk." Cornball. These dudes be so corny. I never seen men so weak in my life. Yo, they look to go try. They think they hurting your feelings because they hurting inside. That is a perfect sign, guys, of projecting. When they're miserable and you just jump on somebody's page, you just gotta write something negative. They're miserable, man. I feel bad for these people. And this is the one that man gonna try to lead your future daughters. This is the man. This is what you get. They need some daddy in their life, man. They need a dad, man. They sick. Feel bad for them, man. Corny, look, still going. Corny, man. I feel bad for you. One more, you getting blocked, weirdo. You want a pair of sneakers? Give me your address. I'm gonna send you a pair of sneakers. What's your sneaker size? I'm gonna be your father now. Tampa U6Z. I'm gonna be your father. What's your sneaker size? I'm gonna send you a pair of sneakers, and I'm dead serious. Shoot my DM Instagram, QTheBoss516. I'm gonna send you a pair of sneakers. I'm gonna become your new father. I'm gonna teach you how to be a man. Weirdo. I feel bad for them, man. I feel so bad for them. They're sick. They're like girls. And they don't even see it. That's very feminine energy. To sit online and Twitter fingers and type things to people, I would never do that. That's so feminine. But they see, I don't know when did that become masculine? When internet gangsters became the gangsters now. People don't have to go to the streets. They can sit online and be in the streets now. That's what happened. Social media killed these weirdos. Feel bad for them. You need a hug, man. You need a whole hug. I'm saying? But DM me. I'm dead serious. Cause you need somebody, you need some real men in your man in your life to teach you how to be a man. And I'm dead serious. For a size 11, I mean you a big boy, man. You should be really like more adamant about what the things you're doing online. Because in your mind, you think you did something because it just made you feel so good. But I feel bad for you. I'm dead serious. I feel bad for you. This is why I'm gonna start a man group because I need people like you to help y'all. I need help. And he think you need it. Come on, man. You need a hug. He might be 40 years old. Like, damn. How old are you, Tampa? I'm dead serious. How old are you? I'm not even joking. I'm gonna give you some attention because you want some attention. Y'all be looking for attention. And that's very feminine, bro. 36, you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. I'm dead serious. You should be ashamed of yourself. 36 years old, bro. I'm not even being, yo, to the bottom of my heart, I'm not even being funny no more. Yo, bro, you need like a big bro. I'm gonna be your big brother, man. DM me on Instagram, say, yo, this is Tampa, bro. I'm gonna take you under my wing, man. We're gonna teach you how to be a man, because it's weird. And I'm not even being funny. Tampa, no funny. You grew up with your father? I'm not even being funny. Now I'm gonna give him a little more energy because I'm really trying to help him. Cause he might be hurt. He might be feeling inside hurt. Because that's projecting. Like to be 36 years old, typing negative things online to people you don't know, man, that's a mean sign of projecting, man. That means there's something majorly wrong with him. He probably hurt. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's okay. And I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you get through this, whatever you're going through, or whatever you've been through. I'm gonna help you, Temper. And I'm not judging your age, and I'm not laughing at you, bro, because God's putting on my conscience to actually give you some attention, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. Even though you talk crazy, I'm gonna tell you something. I love you, man, and I feel bad for you. And we're gonna help each other out, man. I'm gonna help you get there, bro. Because honestly, man to man, it's not right what people has done to a lot of these men. He's probably his boy Reg, but in the same breath, we need to help them because they don't know how. A lot of them don't have good men around them, and they don't have good examples of men. So they fighting the feminine things they were taught. They fighting it. It don't matter if you're 30, don't matter if you're 40, don't matter if you're 50. I know 60-year-old men who still fighting feminine energy because they weren't taught. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no better. But now we gonna fix it, man. That's what we trying to do. We trying to fix our young brothers, man. We ain't gonna let them drown like that, man. We gotta help them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pull for your next brother. You don't leave him in the ocean to drown, man. You pull for the next one. And that's one thing I'm comfortable enough to do. I'll let you be the I'll be the punching bag if it makes you feel good. See? I'm not even being funny. I knew it. He said, raised with a single mom, been living on the streets since 16, and finished school and been taking care of my little brothers my whole life. I ain't got no manly Yo, you see? That's why I say you don't diss them. You don't diss them. They be hurting, man. Now let me ask you something, man to man, Tampa, not being funny. You hurting on the inside? I'm not being funny. Are you hurting on the inside? I'm dead serious. Are you hurting? I want you to be dead serious with me. Are you hurting on the inside? You should pray for them. Yo, all of these people that you see like that, you gotta pray for them. They hurting. I promise you. I come on here and talk so positive because I feel so good about myself. But I be trying to help out so many people get to that point because they got to understand that happiness is a self thing. You got to figure out what makes you happy and go to your own happiness. You can't try to steal other people's happiness to make yourself feel better about yourself. That's what projecting is. When people feel the need to call names and disrespect and this fake 50 Cent, like, yo, you can tell they're hurting because I've done nothing to them. Why does it bother you so bad that you feel the need to say something negative to me? I've done nothing to you. See, we gotta learn. We gotta learn how to help these people out, man. And some of you guys, y'all be very strong men. We gotta help for those weaker men. You know what I'm saying, and my ladies too. Y'all gotta help with the stronger women. Gotta help the weaker women. We gotta get back to changing this narrative of all the negativity. It's just so bad because I feel like, damn, a lot of people aren't in happy spaces, which I understand because we are in a very expensive economy right now. And I commend you for saying you raised your little brother, and I commend that. And that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? But like I told you before, these are the issues. Every day I'm hurting because I don't manage dealing with eviction and working 50 hours a week. I ain't mean to talk about it. No, you see what I'm saying? But it's okay. But this is where you spewing out. Now you starting to heal. The term revealing is healing is reality, man. You reveal how you truly feel by the way you act in life. I don't have to know you to see what's going on with you because you can just see it. You know what I'm saying? DM me on Instagram, Tampa. We're gonna talk to you, bro. Like, we're gonna get you through these rough patches where psychologically, we're gonna get you stronger and then understand, like, I want you to put back on your gloves and get back in there and fight another round and don't run from the fight, man. Because life, you started off with a bad circumstance. Me, I come from a single mother of six. My life started off hard also. But I don't spew my negativity on the others to make me feel better about me. I had to learn how to feel better about myself internally. You understand? And that's how we have to learn how to do it. And there's a lot of people that don't feel that way. They sit there all day and they're hurting inside and they just look for people to try to hurt. That's what they call trolls. Trolls are people who are not happy with their lives and they're looking to try to make somebody else unhappy. And I feel bad for trolls. I pray for trolls a lot, guys. Because you can learn something from somebody. You rather not learn because you just talking crazy online. But again, we have to understand that people are not in the best space right now psychologically. You know what I'm saying a lot of people aren't happy. We gotta break this threshold, guys. You know what I'm saying? We gotta break it. We gotta break it. Anybody got any more questions? Hey, nah, bro, you beyond forgiving, my brother. You beyond forgiving. I promise you, you beyond forgiving. I appreciate you more. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I understand because I've been there before. And I'm speaking from a person that was hurt, that did women foul because I was hurting internally and I couldn't control my anger and I took it out on other people. I've been there before, so I understand. And wholeheartedly, that's why I have empathy for people because I know what it feels like when you're walking through darkness and you don't see no light. And when you're walking in that darkness, you tend to want to project more darkness on the others because you feel like you shouldn't be there alone, especially when you're a good person. When you're a good person, you're like, damn, why am I going through this? Why am I feeling this? Why? But in reality, you got to start saying, why not? You got to look in the mirror and say, why not? Because the reality is you going through something because there's a greater lesson. Every blessing comes with a great lesson. So Tampa, you could be going through something right now because God might have something majorly in store for you. But sometimes we so overly worried about other things we can't even see what we have what God have for us because we too busy watching other things that's distracting us from what we should be doing. 100%. We gotta get there. We gotta get there. I'm saying Adabawali, right? Am I saying it right? Adabawali? Adabawali. Yeah, Adabawali. I don't want to butcher your name. You know what I'm saying? We will. What's up. I'm just calling you Wally though. But this is what Wally. You might be a strong brother, and I need men like you to take up our shield and our swords and go fight for the men that ain't there yet. We got to go fight for them because again, all the money in the world is nothing, right? The reality is the true fix is helping others and lifting them up. That's the true fix. It's not about the finances because that's gonna come if you work hard. But the reality is, a rich, a negative person can only put forth more negativity in the world. But again, people look at the circumstances and they don't see how they have the ability to fix their circumstances. They realize that their circumstances is only a temporary circumstance. If we fight to help these brothers see the light, they don't know. I promise you, they don't know. I've been through some of the worst patches of my life. Right? What's going on? I'm saying so I've been through some of the worst patches of my life. But look how I was able to assess that, like, seeing that he was going through something. But I'm like, you know what? But we're gonna work on him so therefore he can build himself up and elevate himself psychologically. So therefore we got another strong warrior, right? I already know, I can tell. Wally, I already could tell Wally you with it. I could tell. The way you speak, I can tell. The way you writing in the comments, I can tell. You can tell people that are just positive people, and you can just tell it takes one to know one, man. And harsh reality is there's so many people who aren't looking at themselves. We know we tend to watch in others so much, and the sad part is when you keep looking at others and not looking where you're going, you end up eventually tripping and falling. And some of my sisters and some of my brothers, they've fallen because they just don't see the light. And on top of it, they're so mad at themselves. But I'm like, yo, the best time in life is to get back up. And when you fall, don't get mad. Get back up again and get back up again and keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you something. In a negative spirit, we know when we need help. But from a positive spirit, we don't realize when we need help, right? Like this is the logic. When someone comes to your house and want to fight you, we'll call our sisters and our brothers and we'll fight these people. But why don't we start fighting life together? Like bills and responsibilities. Why don't we start jumping life? Why don't we build a team so we can start jumping bills and responsibilities and rather than fighting against each other? Because again, the world is only getting harder. And as it gets harder, you're going to get more angry and aggressive because reality is an unhappy spirit is only going to project forth unhappy thoughts and unhappy actions because it goes to thought, it goes in the ear, to the mind, to the mind, to the mouth. And once you start talking that, it's because your mind is so negative. You got to get around things that keep your mind actively thinking about positivity because I'm gonna tell you something. That mind is a dark space. If you start wandering in that thing, man, you'll start losing yourself. You'll lose yourself. Yeah, you can Spencer. What up, Spencer? You definitely get a shout out. Spencer, U2W, what up? We gotta fight for our brothers and sisters, man. Sometimes people come on this live, they see my content, they think that I'm negative or I can't stand women. I'm like, that's not the case. I just can't stand that they're lied to so much. And therefore that we're creating division. Wealth is built through families. Without a family, you don't build wealth. And once I learned that, and I learned that, yo, now your wealth is being retained, more money is coming in because you understand that the aspect of family. When a person don't understand the aspect of family, they tend to go out there fighting against people that could be working together and working and building your own situation. And sometimes you say, you know what? I had a bad start with my family, which is understandable, but yet and still you went out because you didn't heal yourself. You went and brought that same negative spirit back into your house because of the fact that you are attracted to your family, but you didn't build past your family. When you start learning, like, look, if you got a bunch of negative family members, God gives you an opportunity to recreate your family. Who you marry, who you date, can start your new lineage, and you can change everything. Now, this new couple, they pray together, right? Y'all pray together, y'all think together, y'all invest together, y'all put your money together. That's how you build away from where y'all was. Because without a strong foundation, the anything you build is going to be weak. So the reality is, if you don't have a strong foundation, the situation will constantly be weak. And there's a lot of people that's weak because they don't realize that they're not building up their foundations. The foundations is not built on anything. It's not. There has no principle. It has no moral. It has no moral compass. And we got to learn that we got to morally elevate ourselves so we can help out others. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to cut you off. Can you go listen to us? I don't know what that means. Big four wave. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but we gotta change this narrative, guys. We gotta change this narrative. We spew a lot of hate, man. I watch people online spew a lot of hate. I'm like, oh my God. And I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. We spew a lot of hate. And again, sometimes when you read these, you go online, you see that there's so many people, they just not happy. And then they're in denial with themselves, you know, both sides. It's easily that. I'm telling you, it is. I value your content and helps others grow, progress. I appreciate that. Look, 100% we do need brothers in AI, but this is where people come in. LA, what up? This is where brothers come in and you start guiding guys because again, it's easy to get lost. Your father's supposed to be a roadmap. He's supposed to give you direction. He's supposed to give you guidance. But if you don't have one, it's easy, right? It's so easy to fail. I agree with that, Wally. We do need more guys in the tech world. That's where the world is going, But a lot of people, they just so busy just in the wrong things, all the wrong things. Substance abuse is a major problem today. Substance abuse. That people don't even think that smoking marijuana is a substance. And I'm like, that's crazy. But what are you going to say to them when they already made up their mind that it's normal? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, so we got to break these thresholds. A lot of us aren't willing to hear anything that makes us uncomfortable. We're not willing to listen to anybody that's talking logical. Because already, if something makes me feel, I already block it out. Can't have the blind leading the blind. Too many single mother households raising the next generation 100%. And that's why we got to step up as men who care about the next generation. Because a lot of people don't. We're taught to just be very selfish. You got to really help the next generation so they can become better than what they were. I had to break past a lot of thresholds, a lot. Like I'm talking about obstacles. And the psychological obstacles are harder than physical obstacles. A physical obstacle, I can knock it down eventually, but psychologically, you have to really build up the courage to face your own demons. And a lot of people aren't willing to face their own demons. They not. They lie to themselves. How many people say, I'm okay. I don't need nobody? Yeah, that's because you're insecure as hell. That's one of the most insecure statements. I don't need nobody. I'm okay. I'm good. Those are all insecure statements. All of those statements are insecure. Very insecure people talk like that. But it's been taught that that's very strong people, which is a lie. 100% lie. Most people hide their true selves from the world because they're worried about what people will see when they really see them. The other day, I was telling a lady, I said, yo, Why do somebody have to take 15 photos of you before you like one of them? Because you're constantly worried about what others think. Then she said, no, I'm not. I said, because you're insecure. You're just not comfortable enough to admit it. Because if you didn't, who cares? Who cares? But you care. But you're lying to yourself because you've told yourself this so long that you believe your own madness. That's the human brain. The human brain believes whatever you keep telling it. Whatever you keep forcefully telling it, it starts believing it. It starts believing it. And then a lot of us create something called defense mechanisms, where as soon as someone tell you something, you automatically feel like I'm going on fight mode. Instantly, I'm in fight mode. You're not listening to what the person is saying. Because again, it's not about how it's said, it's because most people are very insecure. So telling an insecure person truth when they're not ready for the truth, they're automatically going to always become defensive. They don't want to hear nothing. Set it up, Wally. Let me talk to him, Wally. Maybe we can jump them together. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of young brothers like that. They come from good homes. You know, he said his son is out in the streets now. You know, he's a good, he come from a good family, but you see, his kids, it's so much distractions and social media, and you know what I'm saying? Finally, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I'm saying I'm not judging you. Just know I'm just saying. One thing we gotta admit, and logic says, if I drink every day, and I'm asking you, Your Highness, if I drink every day, more than likely I'm not gonna be successful, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me show this comment. He said women are delusional. Women are delusional because they're being led by women. A man is supposed to be leading the household. So if a man is not leading the household, he said, okay, if a man drinks every day, he's not gonna be successful. Alcohol is supposed to be a recreational or occasional thing. Marijuana has become such an everyday occurrence to the point where it's actually hindering people from getting to next levels. You took something that's supposed to be a luxury and made it a lifestyle. And a lot of them they smoke so much that they don't see that they're using their resources that they could be using to elevate themselves, but they're distracting themselves from the best version of themselves because substances do not elevate your work ethic. It don't make you greater. It actually hinders you. So reality is by using a substance constantly, most people they tend to not get to the level that they can get to. They definitely are further behind because of abusing a substance. I don't tell people like, yo, recreational, sometimes you want to, that's your thing. But people have taken it to the point where it's every single day. I know people that got a $900 a month marijuana habit, which is crazy. They don't think that the weed is not making them broke. I'm saying 100%. I'm saying, and that's why when I talk like that, people think like, oh, you're attacking marijuana. I'm not attacking marijuana. I'm just telling you, it's hurting the culture. And on top of it, they putting them all in where? In the hood. Just like alcohol stores. Because they're trying to make people substance abuse. They make a lot of money off of it. You know what I'm saying? But again, you talk like this, people like, oh, you dissing me. I'm not dissing you. I don't know you to diss you. I'm saying I don't know you to diss you. I don't hate nobody, right? I hate the devil. I hate how he lies to people. I hate how he gives people platforms so they can educate people in the wrong manner. I hate that. But I don't hate my culture. I'm gonna let them answer it. Black people call me the N-word. Some people just don't. It depends. Like you can't use that to all black people because all black people ain't gonna call you that. The black people you're around call you that. So you say that statement. Don't because there's a lot of black people. If you're a white guy, they're not gonna call you that, and they don't want you to call them that either. So just be mindful of who you around. Maybe who you around allows you to talk like that. But when you go around certain black people, they're not going for that at all. You know what I'm saying? So just gotta depend. Some black people don't even use that word. That's why we don't have strong leaders. As we keep saying, be humble, which is the slavery, the word, and used to keep the slaves 100%. 100%. And the one thing I say all the time is sometimes me coming on this platform, a lot of people see, what I've realized is you don't want to anoint a leader. You want to change the mentality of the people. Once you change the mentality of the people, no matter what, if we lose somebody, the mentality is still there. If a Jewish family lose a rabbi, their mentality is so set that they're gonna keep rolling. They're gonna keep rolling. But again, we gotta break past these certain blockades psychologically. For one, we gotta hold men accountable. I don't respect no man that don't take care of his kids. I don't respect no man that don't take care of his kids. I don't hang out with no dude. I'm not cool with no dude that don't take care of his kids. You don't take care of your kids, we ain't in the same context. We can't even have a conversation. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see you as a man. I see you as a problem because you're the one that's creating the plagues that's in the world. You're the one that's creating the little insecure girls. You're the one that's creating these insecure boys, right? This is a major issue. I don't really get into the politics because you can't stop it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm saying you can't stop it. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I would say focus on the things that we can change, but the things you can't change, what am I worried about? What's going on in Iran? Respectfully, I can't do nothing about it, but I can change what's going on in my backyard. How my young brothers are on substance abuse and how so many young men are getting arrested for foolish charges, and I can work on those things by giving people a better outlook on life, teaching people to go back to school and educate themselves. I can work on those things. I can't worry about what's going on in Palestine. There's nothing I can do. Am I empathetic towards that whole situation? Yes, I'm human, right? But in the same breath, I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. Complaining about things you can't control is like going to a job and you just started a job and you know damn well you can't change what's going to go on the job. They'll fire you before they change things about the job. All you do is go to the job, do what you got to do, and fix your world. You can't do anything about it. They said it amazes me how a woman can say be humble and don't be outspoken, but she will go to church and listen to the pastor talk for 3 hours straight without interrupting him. But I can't get 5 seconds of talking. Mr. Fixable, the plate. Do you want me to be honest with you? Just say if you say yes, I'm gonna be 100% transparent right now. If you just write yes, I'm gonna be very transparent with you about that comment you just wrote. The issue is the women that you're entertaining don't see you as the man that you're trying to project to the world. And the harsh reality is you have to accept yourself, right? You have to accept the fact that every woman ain't for you. And the queen that is for you will see the king in you and she will respect the king in you. But the rule of life is you can't spend energy and time trying to make someone they're not because there's less time on you working on yourself. The more energy you keep pouring into an empty cup, to a cup with a hole in it, the more you're gonna realize you're wasting your resources. And one of your most valuable resources that God has given us is time. So wasting your time consistently fighting with women that's like that, you're wasting your time. You got to be comfortable enough to say, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm up out of here. I'm good. And I'm gonna find a woman that sees me for me, and we're gonna end up building something together. Because I'm not those arguments at our ages is foolish. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not begging a woman to teach her how to be a woman. The woman I would date is a woman that knows how to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is. You just got to respect yourself to the point where you're not tolerating that. If a woman don't see you as a leader, respectfully bow out and let her go find a man that she sees as a leader. That's it. And the woman that sees you as a leader, she gonna see it. Because the woman that's for you, she gonna be for you. And she gonna see who you are. Trust me. Listen, respectfully, you fighting a dead end battle. If she doesn't see what's wrong with herself, there's nothing you can do. Or y'all can go seek therapy and counseling. Because I don't know what you could have done to her. Because I'm giving her grace right now. She's not here. You could have hurt her to the point where she don't got fought or you cheated. I don't know. So what I'm saying? So you gotta realize what it is. If that's not the cases, and you know you've done right by this woman and she's just not listening to you or trying to respect you, then maybe it's time to just say, you know what? Let's either go to counseling or be it's time to move on. But spending years and years of your life trying to fix somebody is diabolical. It's diabolical. Waste of time. Waste of time. Because they're gonna fix you before you fix them. Trust me. If a negative person stays around negative people long enough, he'll become negative. When a person don't want to be negative, they start wanting to go around positive people. You can see it when a negative person wants to be positive, they start going around positive people. But going to the bad area and take the baddest person and think you're gonna fix that person, it ain't gonna happen. That person has to want to fix themselves. Every human has to want to fix themselves. Every human. If they don't want to fix themselves, you're wasting your energy and your time. You're wasting your energy and your time. You can't make somebody do something. If they don't see it, they ain't gonna see it. I'm cool with that. I had to leave my ex-wife because of that. She didn't see the man I was. So I said, sit down so the woman behind you can see it. But what I said to her, I said, she didn't see the man I was. So I told her, sit down so the woman behind you can see me. And the woman behind her saw me, appreciates, values, loves, and respects me. But I'm not gonna fight with you because I want you to do something. Like, nah. Now let me ask you this next question. Mr. Did she grow up with her father? She grew up with her father? Did she grow up with her father? See, there you go right there. She probably got daddy issues within herself. So sometimes when you don't grow up with your father, you rebel against any kind of leadership. A woman has to see leadership in order to respect leadership. A man has to see a man in order to understand how to be a man. Look at that two logics. A woman has to see leadership from a man in order for her to be able to be submissive to a man that's a leader. A man has to see a man in his household leading, therefore he'll understand how to be a man. Those are the two things that come from a man being in the house. And then society argues that, and that's the most logical logic of life. A woman has to see a man in the house so she can understand what leadership looks like, right? And a man has to see a man in the house so that he can understand how to be a leader. If two people aren't thinking like that, then they thinking foolish. It's common sense. So I wouldn't fight with a woman that don't even understand leadership, right? Especially when I'm learning how to be a leader. I'm working on myself every day. I'm putting in the work. I'm disciplined. But again, you fighting. It's like going to someone who speaks Spanish who don't understand English and getting mad at them for not speaking English. She don't know no better. She never saw it. So again, in her mind, and then sometimes the men that are in these women's houses, so she could have had a stepfather, but that man could have been a whole weak man and let the mother do everything she wanted to him, walk all over him. You know what I'm saying? So again, it depends on what she saw. But you can't fight with somebody like that. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. And some of these girls don't be rebelling against you. They're rebelling against their father. The man that should have showed them how to be a woman or how to respect a man. Because if she don't respect her father, it's gonna be hard for her to respect you. If a man don't respect his mother, we could say that. If a man don't respect his mother, he never respect you. We know that. So if a woman don't respect her father, what do you think she's gonna do with you? It's the same thing. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, we fight logic with our emotions and our feelings. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Yeah, because that's what it is. She's throwing a temper tantrum. She's 42 years old. Man, please. I'm like, no, I can't do that situation. She's probably so set in her ways that it's gonna be damn near impossible to fix it. She, she probably set in her way. She don't see herself as wrong, and it's gonna be hard to fix somebody like that. But the real problem with this one is, I want to ask you a question though. Why do you accept it though? Because everything you're saying is so negative about her. But the only reason why the relationship worked because it's two people that's in a relationship. Why you deal with something like that though? That's the real question you always gotta ask. You never look at somebody else, you always ask yourself why. Because the only person that can answer the why is you. Why do you accept it? Why do you deal with it? Why are you fighting it? Why? When you start asking yourself those questions, now you're asking yourself the real questions. Because the other questions don't make no sense. When you keep telling her, why are you doing this? Why are you doing listen, she's irrelevant. It's why you accepting it. That's the real question. So that's the question you need to sit down and ask yourself why. 100%. You never look at the outside, you always look from the internal. If somebody keeps disrespecting me, I gotta ask myself, what am I doing around this person that make them so comfortable to disrespect me? Always look from the internal, never the external, because you gotta always be like, why? And it gotta be self. You know what I'm saying? And if a person is just not, some people just disrespectful, it's just time to leave them alone. It's a waste of energy, waste of life. Some people don't want to grow up too. Some people fear going life growing up. They fear it. New Jersey in the building. What my guy? I watch their clips all the time. That's what's up, my guy. I've been up to Newark a few times. 100%. We need to focus on ourselves. You said, are women logical? Depending on the woman, I wouldn't say a woman can be logical if she was shown logic. But if a woman was shown emotion, then a woman is emotional. Just like a man, if you see in today's society, you see very emotional men. So if you look at logic, it says because they weren't shown logic. So most of these men act off of emotional and impulse because of the fact that they didn't have men around them. So therefore, they fighting what they weren't taught. And you see this every day with a lot of men and women that fighting what they weren't taught. So sometimes we have to have empathy for them and start giving them situations that can educate and elevate these people on how to be better men. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The number one thing I've learned about being a man, and this is the truth, it's a very thankless job. You have to do it knowing that is the right thing for you to do. Most men don't want to sign up for manhood because it's a very thankless job. It's not rewarding being a man. Anybody that says on my live that it has to be self-rewarding. It's rewarding to yourself. But society don't give you the flowers. For the most part, the first batch of flowers a man get is the day he's in his grave, right? So reality is, in most cases, you have to love yourself and pour into yourself, because society is not going to pour in and love on you the way you feel you should be. And that's what I've learned as a man myself. I'm saying, any questions? I would say this is your wife, right? So we got to tread lightly when we're talking about a wife and husband situation. That is a covenant before God, right? So let's just acknowledge that, interstate hustler. Therefore, I would say first thing is I would seek professional help with my wife. If I love my wife so much, I would definitely take my wife and seek professional help. It's like, for instance, if we could always acknowledge that if you have a major injury, we go to the doctor, right? We go to the doctor and get surgeries and get checkups and get looked upon. But why we can't go to the mental health expert to see what's mentally wrong with us? Because we've been taught that you're crazy if you're sick. No, you have trauma. You have experiences that may beyond your ability to fix, and you can go get yourself and seek help from it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying, so I would take her definitely to counseling and seek therapy with her and see how that works out first. A woman's supposed to bring peace to a man's life. Order, because a woman is usually more, in most cases, they're very organized. So I say order, a woman bring order. So a man buys a house, the woman's supposed to make it a home, right? The woman is supposed to bring peace, and the woman's supposed to be the completion to the man, giving him back his rib. If a woman is not giving him his rib and she's not giving him his peace, then why the hell is he considering that his woman? Because that means he has some level of insecurity in himself that he attaches himself to that. Because a woman is a reflection of who she's intimate with. A man is a reflection of who he dates and marries. So if a man dates a quarrelsome woman, it says a lot more so about him. Why would you tolerate that? Maybe your mother was like that. So guess what? You accepted it because your mother was like that. So you jump right in the same situation. You end up dating your mom. Your woman should have some of your mother qualities, but she shouldn't be your mom. A man should be have her father qualities, but he shouldn't be her father. That's weird. I appreciate you, Aaron. I appreciate you. I tell the truth. Like I tell you, I don't hate women. I just tell the truth because a lot of them they have a mentality that they lie to themselves. Most women don't go around women that tell themselves to each other the truth. They lie to each other, and this is why we've created delusion with them. But then there are men who aren't ready to be in relationships, looking for relationships, knowing what comes with it. It comes with birthdays, Christmases, holidays. Women like nice things. It's just what they are. You can't get mad at a woman for wanting nice things. It's just a woman. But again, if you know you're not ready for it, don't entertain a relationship. Because if you entertain a relationship, you're going to try to minimize her expectations and she's going to resent you. Because if a woman wants a nice Valentine's Day and you can't do any of those things, she's not going to like you. It's just what it is. It's what it is. And it's not that she's materialistic. It's just we show love in different ways. You know what I'm saying? They do lie to each other a lot. But that's again, that's the woman you chose. You know what I'm saying? So reality is, why ask yourself why did I choose that woman? Because my woman is not like that. My woman is not selfish at all. But I chose a woman that's like that. I would never date a toxic woman. My woman behind me right now, I wouldn't. She's not selfish. She's not gonna go to him like, okay, give me a sandwich. She'll be like, all right, no problem. She ain't gonna like, give me back my 15.50 for a sandwich. What kind of girls y'all dating? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. If y'all a team, when I go to the store, I'm buying her food. I'm not looking for money back. That's just weird. I'm like, that's unhealthy relationships. You grabbing food? I'm gonna be well, I'll get it, but what you grabbing? I'm gonna go pick up Quinn. What you grabbing? The both of us? No, eat. I'm not eating. No. I ate already. No. I had french fries. Text me when when you about to go to any restaurant. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it's a mentality. Y'all gotta get comfortable with knowing who you're dating. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get out to my men on this live right now, right? My men, I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to answer this yes or no. Would you say men are very visual creatures? Are we visual? Do we like to see things? I'm asking y'all straight up. Let's be honest. Are men visual creatures? What's going on, True? I want y'all to answer that. Are men visual creatures? Okay, so watch this question. Being that we're visual creatures, a man has to get to the point where he's so mature and can close his eyes, right? And when he closes his eyes, he's able to see the beauty of what the woman is opposed to what he see physically. Your eyes can lie to you, but the actions will never lie to you. I don't care about what a person say or what I see. I care about what a person is constantly doing. Repetitional behaviors are patterns. And when I see bad patterns, I already know this ain't for me. I won't spend a lot of energy on trying. For instance, you're not going to hire a bad employee who's been late for the last 6 months and then crying about the person being late for 6 months. I would hope as a boss you would fire that employee. Why? Because that person is not for you. Some other job might accept that person being late. But for me personally, I'm not accepting that person being late. So again, you have to create standards for yourself. And if you haven't created those standards for yourself, you can't complain about the standards you allowed to happen and then blaming a woman for overstepping the standards that you allowed. That's called lack of accountability. If she's giving you bad energy and bad standards, it's because you accepted it. And that's just a harsh reality. Like I said, you can have a good woman that can be a 10. It depends on her nature, her character, and how she is as a person. Right? I appreciate that, Gerard. You know what I'm saying? She might not allow you to put your foot down. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all might be so far gone that that might not never happen. The only way I can see that happen is through professional help because it's like the kid that you allow to keep doing stuff. I'm not comparing a woman to a kid. I'm just using it as an example. If you let a kid stay out till 4 in the morning, the day you say something about them coming in at 4 in the morning, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy because you let them do it forever. So it's like there's certain behaviors that you allow for so long that it's too far gone. You know what I'm saying? Mario, you got one more weird comment you getting up out of here. That's mad weird. That sound crazy. I'm gonna block you permanently. Like we don't do the mook stuff over here, brother. We men. Maybe yo, you got some. I promise you online, you got some weird people. Weird people. Matter of fact, I'm blocking them. Get up out of here, weirdo. Weirdo. Like I told you, you got some weird people in here, man. Y'all gotta just be careful with these weirdos. That's disgusting. They talk foolish. What a person got going on in their bedroom should stay in their bedroom. Period. I don't want to know about none of y'all bedroom. I don't know what y'all got going on, and I don't care. We're gonna talk like men. What we got going on outside, fixing our culture, and how to fix our homes. You know what I'm saying, yeah, but they Justin they simp because They don't know how. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to do anything. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But they don't know how. Like for me, I would never. You can't tell me you're a leader, but then you fighting with the woman for leadership. That don't make sense. I'm not fighting with a woman for leader. If I don't see that you, because submission, all submission means is the willingness to allow to lead. If a woman is not allowing you to lead, then you can't lead her. And then you gotta accept that, yo, she just don't want leadership. And I'm okay with that. But the next woman I'm gonna date eventually will see the man I am. But people be so scared to be alone. That's the problem. They just gotta admit their truth. They don't want to be alone. Because while you looking for the right person or you waiting for the right person, you're gonna be alone for a little while. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather be with someone that loves me, value me, and appreciate me rather than being with somebody that just tolerating me. You know what I'm saying? Because most relationships are about toleration. And men, real men, we don't go where we're tolerated. We go where we celebrate it. So I don't know about you guys as men. I go where I'm celebrated. I don't go where I'm tolerated. I will never go where I'm tolerated. I go where I'm celebrated. So I don't know about how y'all feel about that. I go exactly where I'm celebrated. I don't go where I'm tolerated. And again, I don't get in my feelings. If something don't work for me, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it helps you heal, Aaron, and it gives you time to work on yourself, to build yourself up. And like we don't want to have faulty confidence anymore. We want to have true confidence. True confidence is when you spend your time alone. Some people they just fiending to meet somebody, fiending. I'm like, person can see it. That means you'll start compromising things about yourself just to stay in a situation because you just want to be with somebody, and that's unhealthy within itself, right there. Very unhealthy. Very very unhealthy. I'm saying, it's that women don't know. Let me say this again. The women we're choosing, Justin, don't know how. There are women that do know how, and they're good girls. But sometimes she might not look like what you want her to look like, but she will behave like what you want her to behave like. See, the difference is a wife don't look like anything. A wife behaves like a wife. That's what we gotta learn. A wife don't. We gotta get past them. What we see. The wife is what she do. That's what makes a wife a wife. Not because of what the way she look. I'm saying because some people they're very attractive, but they're not good people. And then a lot of times, as men, we're tolerated because well, she got a big butt. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, she got a big butt. So guess what? I stayed. I'm like, come on, insecurity, insecurity. You got to look at it like every day between men and women. We got to look at it like you should be pleasured to have me, and it's a pleasure to have each other. If it's not that like that in a relationship, that's a problem. Anybody feel like you lucky to have them? Yeah, I'm up out of there. No way. I'm gonna let you go figure it out in the real world. But that's why you gotta look beyond that. And once you see the red flags, like that's when maturity kicks in. Once you see red flags, maturity, right? The man is the prize. If a woman don't know that, she's a fool. I'm gonna tell you why simply the man is the prize because the expectations of a man is extreme, right? The man is supposed to be a great provider, but great protector, and also give security. The only thing a man asks for in return from a woman is respect. So the person is simple. My woman knows that. My woman makes over 100,000 a year. She knows that without a doubt. But again, I'm not uncomfortable with telling my truth. You ask me that on my podcast, I'm going to tell you the man is the prize, hands down. Think about it. You're a woman. You go find somebody that want to pay the bulk of your bills, keep a roof over your head, protect you, and go work hard every day for you, and you think you're the prize. Wow, that's a little delusional. But again, that's some women think like that. Some women understand that a good man is the prize, especially in a world where there are not a lot of good men. I'm saying there are not a lot of good men. So again, the more you get older, the more you learn. Like, yo, this is what it is. But the big woman, the grown woman, though, you can see our grandmothers and them. They took care of their man because they knew that that man coming home every day providing for them kept their life easier. But the women nowadays, they too in competition with men. And the sad part is they've been taught by feminists how to be like that. And they think that they strong women. I'm like, no, they made you men. They didn't make you strong. They made you men. Because black women always been strong. Anybody that don't understand that, let me say that again. Black women have always been strong. Now they made them masculine. They don't know the difference anymore. I'm like, no, you're a dude now. More women are starting to act like men because black women have been strong since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, I will always say that black women have always been strong. Always. Come on, I come from a strong black mother. Like my grandmother's strong. I've always had strong women around me. But now they're starting to convert these women into men. Again, it's that whole movement, the whole feminist movement, tearing these girls up, tearing these girls up. But what are you gonna do? They have to see it. You know what I'm saying? What makes a good man actually a good man is consistent, a good man is loyal, a good man is honest, a good man leads with integrity, not his ego. A good man will always put his family first. A good man always makes decisions that is made based on the embedment of his situation and his family. That's just what it is. A good man is God fearing. A good man is loyal. A good man is honest. A good man is pure at heart. Where when he do things, just know that he always had good intentions. There wasn't malice in it. That's a good man. I'm saying I think society told us what a good man is. A man that makes a lot of money. That'll make you a good man. I met more bad men that make a lot more money than men that don't make a lot of money, and that's a fact. I'm saying look at what I said. I met more good men that don't make a lot of money than more men that make a lot of money. That's good. People with society tell you, yo, as long as you make a lot of money, you're a good man. That's cap. That's a super cap. That's all it is. We respect our women. Ashley, do you watch my podcast? Okay, so if you watch my podcast, you'll see I sit with women who sometimes get in their feelings and I control my emotions and just speak very logical to them. Because I'm not in competition with a woman, but I will always speak my piece and my truth. If a woman is not ready for it, that's entirely up to her. But it's not my job to hurt a woman's feelings by telling the truth. It's my job to have a mature conversation with the counterpart, which is a woman, and let her understand how men's perspective and how we think. The women that are mature will take my words and apply it and understand that he's not speaking with malice. He's actually speaking with logic. But the women that aren't mature, they take it as I'm attacking them and I'm disrespecting them. That's the difference. So I always tell people just be mindful when you who you listening to and when you getting your knowledge from. Because of the women, someone be like, yo, he hates women. I'm like, do he hate women or he just not gonna lie? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's our culture. Our culture is so twisted. Guys are weirdo. Yo, you got some weirdos, man. Weirdos. Yeah, but like I said, we gonna change the culture one day at a time. We gonna break this mentality. 'Cause enough is enough. Enough is enough. Like our culture needs to really break past a certain threshold. And again, it's not gonna happen with men and women fighting. Ashley, you still there? What's going on? Yeah, we gotta break past this mentality, man. I tell you, we ain't gonna get nowhere with this nasty mentality, guys. We ain't gonna get nowhere. Society is really, really tarnishing the culture, and the culture is really failing because if you look at right now, black families are falling at the financial back end because of the fact that we don't believe in families. We have a poor mentality when it comes to families. That is the number one reason. I promise you, if you look it up right now, wealth is built through families. I'm gonna say it again: wealth is built through families. Wealth, and the reason why I say it's built through families is because wealth has to be acquired through generations. Without families working together, how the hell do you build wealth? Wealth is built through families. This is why we don't have wealth because we have the worst family structure and dynamics in the country. You know what I'm saying? That's an issue. 100%. But man, we got to be accountable too because some of us we do our women filthy, man. Let's be honest. And I'm fair to them. I used to do them horrible, and a lot of them are hurt. I'm saying we're gonna change this. This platform is about informing and educating. It's not about, I watch all these other guys. I'm saying, look, like on another one, you see the guy Rusty, he think he hurt my feelings. Rusty, I'm rich. You thought you hurt my feelings with that. That's why I told you those are the guys. Remember I was telling you earlier, the guys that come on these things and do that? Horace is hurting inside. Horace is not happy with his life. I promise you that. I'm guaranteeing you that guy, bro, that guy is miserable with his life. I promise you he's miserable in his life. My real life, he wish he had it. And he wish he could be me. And that's a fact. I'm telling you, those people that get on these things and talk like this, they miserable. I'm guaranteeing you, they're miserable. They're not happy. I promise you, they're not happy. I'm saying, look at this. Fake chain. Come on, brother. Let me show this. Yeah, this weirdo. I worked on R. Kelly's album. I worked on Fabulous album, weirdo. You don't even know who you're talking to. I have a movie theater in my house. I'm gonna wear fake jewelry with a movie theater in my house in New York State. Look, I worked on Nipsey album. Look, freaking weirdos. I got a game room in my house. Look, LeBron James autographed jersey. Penny Hardaway autographed jersey. Kobe Bryant autographed jersey. Magic Johnson autographed jersey. You don't know who you're talking to because I'm a humble spirit. I don't like gloating and bragging. But I be trying to teach these weirdos, right? They just weird. They don't know. They're not happy with themselves. I promise y'all. They're not happy with themselves. They need someone to feel bad because of how they feel about themselves. I promise y'all. And it took and the only reason why I can talk like that is because I've been through it. When I wasn't happy with myself, I did that. I used to always try to make people miserable, make people unhappy, talk negative all the time. I used to do the same thing. So now I get it and I can see it transparently from as soon as I see how somebody behave, how they talk, I see it. I'm saying I can see it. I can see it a mile away. And I feel bad for them, man. I feel bad for them. Like I promise you. You know what I'm saying? I feel so bad for them. They're not happy in their own spirit. So they feel like, yo, I gotta talk bad to this guy. I'm trying to hurt his feelings. You can't hurt a boss feelings. Come on, little kid. It's like a little, they sound like women. I promise you, these guys be jumping online sound like women. They don't sound like men. You jump on a man's page to talk negative about a man, you are a shorty. I'm telling you straight up, you are a whole girl. A whole girl. Any man that do that, he's a whole shorty. Because that's so feminine. I'm sorry. That is the feminist thing I've ever seen in my life. A man jumping online to talk crazy about another man. You are feminine. Mad feminine. You need a hug, man. Look at that. Look at that. Man, we ain't got to do all that, though. Like I said, you don't know nothing about me. You just learning me. I'm saying again, you have no idea. You have no idea, my good brother. Yours, get off my page. You's a weirdo. You's a whole weirdo. I bet you your girl hit you and disrespect you. Put you on timeout. He's miserable, guys. I promise you he's miserable. 100%. They be mad at their life, man. They be really mad. They're not mad at me. They're mad at themselves because they're in a position where they don't like themselves. They don't like this. I promise you they don't like themselves. I promise you. You can tell. Projection is like when you talk negative all the time, it's because that's how you feel about yourself. I promise you. It's how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I'm saying real ones know. The fake ones, they're gonna continue to talk nonsense. Saying so we gotta learn though. We gotta learn. We gotta educate ourselves, elevate ourselves, learn who's who. So again, it's one thing to get game, but it's another thing who we get our game from. A lot of these dudes aren't say what they say they are. Fake. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't come on this thing begging you guys to sign up for no programs. I don't come on this thing telling you guys to do this, to do that with y'all money. I don't do none of that. If y'all humbly, I'm asking any of y'all right now that's on this, that's been following me for a while. Have I ever done that? Hey, download this course. Have I ever done that? I've never in my life asked any of y'all to sit and do nothing. All I say is support the movement. Like, comment, share, repost the videos. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Nothing more or less. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get rich regardless. I work hard. I work hard. So regardless, I'm going to get there forever. You know what I'm saying? I work my behind off. I'm saying I work my behind off. We gonna get there regardless. I work hard. I work hard. I appreciate that, Aura. Just call me. So we got this EP coming out real soon, guys. Got this EP coming out. I'm very excited about this thing too, guys. Very excited about it. I appreciate that 3,000. But it was dissing me. I promise you, when they jump on these things, they trolls, they be miserable. Yo, you go meet them, they be like some heavy set or some miserable nerd who's mad at their life. I promise you, they be miserable, yo. I be like, yo, if you meet trolls and see how they living, they be miserable. They be living in their mama basement, mad at the world. I'm gonna type to hurt your feelings. They be sick, man. Yo, it's scary. I be so worried. I be like, yo, that's crazy. They need love, man. They need love. They be sitting there really typing their life away, trying to hurt somebody's feelings. Check it out. Y'all can hear this beat? Can you hear the beat? Yes, please. No, I got this EP I'm dropping, so I'm excited about it. It's my first one. I never drop. I work with artists. I don't never put out my own project ever. Never put out my own music. Let you hear something. Hey, mhm. They say love. Don't cost me. Love costs me my peace. Guilty please, I'm letting you down gently. Where did the passion go? And I would approach anger and emotion. Lead me to explode. What happened to our happiness? I lost my confidence. And thus I dismissed it. But objectively criticizing my decisions. A woman who fears submission, but you want to lead her. That's a contradiction. Shadow work behind closed doors. I became closed out. Permitting what a woman showed up. Oh, baby, I can find my home. A trail with no footsteps to show. So do love me or hate me. That's why. Cause what are you saying I can give? Your devilish ways make me feel. In a way I shouldn't be here. I'm selfish, but I had to share. Surgery couldn't repair you. I couldn't see. I couldn't reach you, but I needed you. Yeah, you gotta give up on me. You can't fix most trust. But the line in the sand was crossed. When I disappear, can love reappear? When things are beyond repair. Looking for reasons to hold on. But there's so much you've done wrong. And the clock's telling me it's time to move on. We in the same place it began. We spoke two different languages because you I couldn't understand why emotions got the best of me. You say, please don't pressure me. But this is because in our destiny. Baby, I could find my home. The trail with no footsteps to show. So do love me, hate me. Cause when only you saying I can give. The devilish ways make me feel. In a way I shouldn't be near you. Selfish, but I have to stay. Surgery couldn't repair you. I couldn't see you. Cause you needed you. I got some monster records, guys. I promise you. Wow, I respect that. MJ, see, those are the women I look for. That's the good women. That's the kind of woman y'all need to be looking for. MJ just hit the nail on the head. If she ain't taking, y'all should be like, yo, what's your number? Where you live at? That's the kind of those women are secure with themselves. To be able to hear a man, you got to be secure with yourself. For a man to be able to hear a woman, he has to be secure with himself. You have two insecure people fighting against each other. It's a war. And if one person is secure, they're gonna just bleed on the other person. It gotta be two people that's secure with hearing about themselves. Like it's just what it is. You're not disrespecting the person. You're telling the person that something is bothering you in a situation. If the person love you enough, they'll fix it. But if they don't want to fix it because they don't love you, they love themselves. And reality is they think about how they feel. They don't care about how you feel. That's not a healthy relationship. Those are the relationships I would run from. Like I would never even entertain somebody like that. I'm saying I got some monster records, guys. I'm gonna give my ladies a joint. Joint. Hey, hey. Oh, yeah. Hey, check me out. Yeah, yeah. It's better than us nothing. We can be something magical. We could be. Trust me. I can see what we could be. Can you see? Stop with me. Drop your guard and put your trust in me. Yeah. Oh, I'm not like the rest of them. I'm the best of them. I got questions, can you answer them? Let me tell. I don't kiss and tell, but you match my style. Can't keep my distance. So I'm following my instincts. Something special, because this is a chess move to get close to you. Cause I know we could be something that can I show you? Shut up, man. I used to be a savage, but you're a brother. So what had to change my state? That's all that matters. Wow, sure got some monster records, guys. Monsters. Monster records. EP coming out. We setting the date right now. I got a little EP coming out. I'm dropping like 8 records. For those who don't know, I got some songs out already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you gotta, true poet, we gotta look for the people that's not like us. Even when lions herd, they look alike, but they don't rock with each other. All monkey groups don't hang out with each other. Every elephant don't hang out with each other. We gotta learn. Just because we look alike don't mean we're the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Some people just not, they don't have that mentality, and there's nothing you can do with them. Like you can't fight it and try to force them to think like that. Like, that's energy, like I said earlier, you could be working on yourself. I could be sitting there spending time on myself. Why am I forcing a woman to see that a man's supposed to lead her? And then she's a lot of them complain about their responsibilities, which shows you that they don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of them are in competition with men because they were raised by women how to be in competition with men. She was trying to prove to your dad that she could be what? A better man and a better father than him. Yo, you have some women who wants to be called, what they call it? They be like, call me, I'm your dad. I'm your mother and your father. And I'm like, though, that's sick right there. A woman thinking that she's a mother and a father is crazy. But again, when you're around these kind of people, it becomes normal. So if the mother kept telling her daughter that, now her daughter thinks she's weirdly a man. So you just got to know who you're around. It's just what it is. I'm saying it is what it is. That's somebody you can't help. You got to leave them where they at. Pray for them. Say good luck. Say good luck. I'm saying you just gotta just know, like, yo, I'm gonna get a record. Then I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Last one. Let's go. For those who don't know, I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? I live in New York. I'm born and raised in New York. Still currently in New York. I'm gonna let y'all hear something. My Knicks is in the playoffs right now. We got cheated last night, but it's all good. Let's go. Let's take a walk through my city. I will admit it. Ain't no place like New York City. Late nights, early days, got cameras flashing. Many main attractions. Cause we above that action. The Big Apple is here. I swear, if you can make it here, you won't make it anywhere. Oh, culinary, yes, it's like nothing. Stop you. Bright lights shining, it's like the diamond district. Oh, my city burning in minds like tides where we shine, shine. New York's one of a kind. But it can always get deep, but there's no place I would rather be. I'm from a city that never sleeps. Woo! Woo! I'm from the big apple, the city that never sleeps. Woo! Where you go, they say your dream. If you get anything, you can make it anyone else can see. Like camera action, like a movie scene. Woo! Oh, my city, they win. I'm from New York, New York, New York, the big city of dreams. Things can get gritty. I got to set up from New York City. And I'm never running out. People will go right past you. We're Brooklyn, we right here. I don't gotta ask them. It happens in the center of addiction. Cross is where it all started in the beginning. Long God, it's gotta be an honorable nation. But we will stand up, stand up, push your hands up, get the money. Let's up. No place like where I'm from, nothing get it done. Different boroughs, but we all still one. But it can always get beat. But there's no place I would rather be. I'm from the city that never sleeps. I'm from the big house, I'm from the city that never sleeps. Where you go and chase your dreams. If you can make it anywhere you see. Like camera action, like a movie scene. Oh, my city, they leave. I'm from New York, New York, New York. The big city dreams. For those who don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me right now at QDABOSS516 on Instagram, QDABOSS516, and every TikTok, QTheBoss516. Also, go follow me right now. I do a lot of one-on-ones. For those who don't know, check the link in my bio on my Instagram. I do a lot of one-on-ones with a lot of people, a lot. If I show you my charts, my first session, first person I'm meeting with today is 5 o'clock today. 5 to 10, I'm booked. You know what I'm saying? So I do a lot of one-on-ones. If you're interested, there's no pressure. Link in the DM in my Instagram, QTheBoss516, QDABOSS516. Guys, I love you guys. You know, we're gonna keep doing this thing, keep having fun, keep showing the podcast love, keep sharing it, keep promoting it. If you don't have on your bell notification, how we gonna keep this going? How we gonna link up? Turn on the bell notification so they let you know that when I go live. We go live each and every Sunday. We shoot the podcast. The podcast is usually shot between 3, 4 o'clock. We usually shoot around that time. So always look for three, like 2, 3 around that 2 to 4. We shoot the podcast each and every Sunday. We shoot. We haven't missed a Sunday in over 200 or something Sundays. So again, guys, I love you guys. Till next time, don't let that go over your head.